But before we even get into that, I think we can just give you a recap. It would be nice to just have a recap of what funding looked like in Africa last year, which was 2024. There was an episode where we talked briefly about what the stats we're looking at, but a recap I think will be really relevant for us to just understand investment across Africa. So 2024, total funding for African startups, we had $2.2 billion in funding. Yes, it is quite significant, excited a bit, but this is a 25% decrease in funding compared to 2023, which was at $2.9 billion. Equity investment stood at 1.5 billion US dollars, which is a drop from about 11% compared to 2023. And then debt investment as well, while it made up a total of 30%, that's a drop compared to 2023, where the total investments that were made in African startups, 38% of that made up the debt. As mentioned, this was quite a global trend, and we've seen other markets and ecosystems experiencing the same. For example, in Europe, we saw startups raising a total of about 45 billion, and compared to 2023, which was 47 billion. So there was a $2 billion drop. And it's interesting that the drop in Europe, maybe it's the one that came to Africa, Martin. You can tell me, because we have it at 2 billion and Africa receiving 2.2 billion. Looking at the trend from 2021, it's almost like there's been a very significant downtrend where startups in 2021 raised 100 billion, 101 billion actually, and now to 2024 where only 45 billion was secured in funding. So Martin, yeah, that's what it looks like from an African continent perspective, and just in comparison to other markets like Europe across the globe.